Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. So, oh my gosh. Last episode of Given was so good. So good. I mean, I've loved this show probably since episode 3, but episode 9, what a culmination of just everything leading up to this climax and Sato singing. And I had a couple quick notes when I was reacting to the last episode. I was trying to listen to the song and look at the lyrics and see the visuals, and so my mind was just like blah. But there were two specific scenes I didn't really get to talk about, and so I want to briefly touch base on them before we jump into Wonderwall episode 10. The first part is in that beautiful montage of Sato and Yuki's relationship, the scene where Sato finds Yuki after he's died. The lines that are spoken in that scene from Sato, the I can't forgive you, I can't forgive myself, but I want to. Like that scene, going back and rewatching it was so powerful. And just that line, because yeah, Yuki left him, so he loved Yuki, and he can't forgive Yuki for leaving him and taking his life, but he also can't forgive himself because in some way in his mind he's partially responsible for Yuki's death, he feels, in that fight that they had before he died. But the important thing is he wants to move on. He wants to move forward and forgive himself and forgive Yuki and develop this relationship with Waneyama, who he's fallen in love with. And so it's so beautiful, and it's like a big central message of the show of this forgiving yourself and moving forward. So there's that. And then this one scene from episode 9 that I probably watched on loop for about 9 times now is when Sato gets to the bridge, the final bridge of the song, and the pitch, the key goes up a note, and Ueneyama has his guitar, and he just like does this slam to the same beat of his voice changing. Just chef's kisses all around. It's so good. But yeah, that episode last week, top tier, and I'm so sad that we have 2 episodes left. I'm so sad. I know y'all have told me there's a movie. I'm gonna watch the trailer when we're done with episode 11, but I'm not ready to leave this show. I'm not, and I'm understanding you all. You all have been commenting this whole time. You're like, oh, Given, I love it, and I'm like, I am going to be joining your fandom of lamenting that Given will be over in a couple of episodes for now, until we get the movie. And hopefully more. So, Wonderwall. That's this week's episode. I love that song by Oasis. I'm assuming that's what we're paying homage to. If you've not listened to Wonderwall by Oasis, you should go listen to it before watching this episode, because I'm hoping some of the lyrics are going to tie to what this is about. That's been the consistent theme with Fluorescent Adolescent and Creep and The Reason, and now we're on Wonderwall. So I'm so ready, guys. But this is episode 10. Thank you all for watching. This show is just so beautiful. I love it. And I'm curious to see the aftermath of the concert because it went well. So we're going to see what happens. But I've got my Cowboy Bebop shirt on, so we're going to jam. And thank you all for watching. Let's dive into episode 10 of Given. And we are going to start this in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Much as episode 9, but for completely different reasons. Like episode 9 from start to finish was like a perfect climax of all of that tension that's been building up the entire season. And then these last 2 episodes are going to be kind of they seemed from the start like they were going to be the come down from that. But I thought this entire episode was going to be about Sato being sick and Ueneyama going to see him. I thought that was going to take up the whole episode, but we got so much in this episode. Like the Given reasoning, it all makes sense now. Perfect. Them creating a social media account, getting all that set up, perfect. Oh my gosh, the Ueneyama admitting like, yeah, I like him, and also maybe Hiragi likes him. I don't see Sato with Hiragi at all. I see them just as friends, but I don't know. I mean, I'm so glad that Sato came out and told Ueneyama that he likes him, so Ueneyama knows it's mutual. and took him on a date. I love that Sato took the initiative in this to take Weniyama on a date, because Weniyama clearly from this episode was like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be too pushy. Like he's overthinking it. He's overthinking it, and Sato's like, no, we're just gonna do this. And that smile at the end on the bridge, that smile, he's so happy. Like that's the happiest we've ever seen him. That's happier in this moment when he's with Uenoyama than we've seen in any of the flashbacks with him and Yuki. But granted, the flashbacks with him and Yuki have been like when they were in the middle of the fight and all of that. But like that was so perfect. And then we have this thing with Kaji and Take and Haruki. And I've wanted Take to get with Haruki this whole time, because Take just seems like a really cool guy. But Haruki's hung up on Kaji, and it doesn't seem like Haruki really knows about Ugetsu. Which Ugetsu, I feel like Ugetsu and Kaji are kind of like in an open relationship. Like they're not exclusive to one another, obviously, because Ugetsu's making out with viola players and everybody else. But I don't know if Ugetsu would be as open if he knew that Kaji was maybe in a relationship with Haruki. I don't know what that would do to the dynamic. And I'm assuming most of you told me that this movie coming up is about those three. So I'm wondering if this next episode is setting up some things in motion for that relationship. Is Take going to be a part of it? Because he's kind of hinting around like he's trying to get, that picture of Haruki. He's like, oh yeah, hey, I'm liking this. And being awfully helpful. So I don't know. Oh, guys, I'm so sad that the next episode's the last one. Episodes 9 and 10 have been beautiful, and I've loved them so much. And Kasai actually being a wing person and being like, hey, you should go check on him. Girl, I've not liked you this whole season, but that's the first time you've gotten in my good graces. Like, actually doing something cohesive to the plot. Oh my gosh, guys. This was so good. I love this so much. This whole, and then they're going to write a song together. Oh my gosh. Looks like him and Weniyama. We finally get the dog's name, Kadama, and oh my gosh, I'm just over the moon. I'm going to go back and watch this episode again, because I'm glad Uenoyama is back to his normal self. Like the self that we've seen from the first part of the season. Like all that melodrama is push it to the side for now. And we've got him back being the little adorable dude that he is. And Sato, I just, next episode, I don't know if they're going to kiss again or what's going to happen, but I just want them to acknowledge each other and be like, okay, we're going to give this a shot. And I don't know. Maybe that's the trigger that Ugetsu's thinking of. And maybe Kaji already knows that and will tell him. I don't know. But from that preview, it looked like... let me turn the sound off here. It looked like from that preview that maybe were Haruki and Kaji in the same room. Okay, there's a festival. Of course there's a festival. So it looks like they're in somebody's house, Haruki is. And Kaji's maybe coming in the door. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I love this show. And I'm going to be so sad next episode. Next episode's going to be rough, because it's going to be the end of it. And granted, after we watch the next episode, I'm still going to react to the trailer, and we'll be able to go back and I'll be able to watch this whole series and not worry about being spoiled anymore. But it's just so good. It's so good, guys. And this episode was such a perfect aftermath to that emotional downpour that was episode 9. This is just such a lighthearted, but yet still relevant to the plot and setting up things. And so I'm curious how they're going to end the season. I'm so curious. But guys, oh my gosh, this has been amazing. Down below, 2 polls for the shows. Next week, I'm going to be doing episode 11 of Given and episode 11 of Hanaka-kun. And then there's one more episode of Hanaka-kun after that. But next episode will be the last week you can vote for the series that's going to replace this. You can see those down below in the poll. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for being on this journey, because this is... I've wanted to watch this show for so long, and I just haven't. And then when this won the first poll that replaced Nozaki-kun, I was like, finally, I get to sit down and watch this show. It has not disappointed. So, oh, I'm so ready. I'm so ready and not ready for the last episode, but we'll cross that bridge next week, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you all again with the last episode of Given soon. Bye.